shooting percentage. So obviously he's more. I wouldn't say he's more effective of a shooter. They're about the same shooter, but it's just the timing of the pass. Besides that, it feels pretty much the same.
You guys are obviously a well-oiled machine. How hard is it, from experience, for a transfer to come in and fit in as seamlessly as he has? What's that process like to fit into this program?
Yeah, I mean, Cam did a great job. Last year it was pretty difficult for me personally to come in here and play well as a transfer. But Cam, since the first game of the season, since the first day of workouts in the summer, he's been great, and he did a great job with it. I don't know how he did it so quick and so seamlessly, but he did a great job for it, and I credit him a lot for that.
How would you describe the personality of this basketball team?
There's many different personalities. So like me, Steph, we're calm, laughing on the court. Cam, he's like Coach Hurley. They're always serious. And then AK and Donovan, them two are like a mixture of both. Like AK's more so on the serious side, and Donovan, he's more so on the playing side. But they both are a lot serious and joking at the same time.
Is that different from last year? Like how different a vibe is this locker room than what you guys had last year? Is it pretty similar?
Oh, I mean, the locker room we're always laughing. That was the same last year. So in the locker room is pretty much the same as it was last year. It's just on the court. I feel like on the court last year we were having a lot more fun, early. We start having fun this year, like when we're up 20-30. Last year it'll be a close game. We're still laughing, having fun. So, but the locker room is pretty much the same.
Is that because of maybe a different standard now after winning a championship, or you just think that?
Nah, it's just different personalities. Hawkins, me and Hawkins, and me and Hawkins were always laughing on the court. And then AK, I feel like last year he was laughing a little bit more than he was this year. But so yeah, it's just different personalities.
How much have Klingon and Caravan grown up as people in the last year? How different are they in the locker room and their roles, presences on this team off the floor? Yeah,
last year they didn't say much. They were like freshmen and didn't make a name for themselves. But this year they're our leaders on the court and off the court. They're the voices of our team, and everybody looks up to them and asks them for advice and help when they were doing that to the other guys last year. So they've grown a lot, and obviously their game has changed and improved, and that shows in the numbers and the production that they do on the court.
What kind of challenge does Terrence Shannon present when you looked at him on tape and prepare for tomorrow? And what do you guys think you need to do as a unit to try to keep him as much under wraps as you possibly could?
Yeah, we got to keep him off the free throw line. He runs fast and hard into the defenders, try to get to the free throw line. If we keep him off the free throw line out of transition, then I think his impact will be limited.
Yeah, Donovan said the transition is where he's like almost unstoppable because of how quick he gets down court. That's an object, or that's a topic of conversation for you guys to make sure you get back and he's not getting free and getting in transition.
Yeah, we have to make sure it's not a one-on-one game. He's very fast, and he has a go-to move that seems to work every time he goes down the court. So
what is that? What's that move?
He's going left, just kind of like a Euro, but pick the ball up over and then get fouled or make the layup. So he has that. So if you load up to the ball and stop him from getting to that move, I think we'll be fine.
Thank you.
Tristan, what made you pick UConn? Do you remember when you were in the portal? How your recruitment went?
UConn. Obviously UConn has great point guards in class like Kemba, Shabazz, a lot of point guards like that. And then Coach Hurley said that was going to be a point guard of the team, where many other teams were talking about like being a combo guard, being a 2 guard, stuff like that. And then last year our team, we had 2 NBA draft picks. I knew Hawkins and Andre were going to be perfect pieces around me, and then Dominic, he was the best big in the nation last year. So I just knew it was the perfect fit for me.
What other schools did you talk to?
I talked to a lot of schools, honestly. Only took one visit to UConn though, so those schools really don't matter, honestly.
Can you speak to more about Donovan's personality and just his purpose playing for his mom? Obviously, you can tell it's a big driving force for him. Just what's he like off the court?
Off the court, he's like 19 years old, so he acts like a 19-year-old off the court. So he's always laughing, having fun, hanging out with his friends, and just being a kid, really.
Did he talk about his mom to you at all, or not really?
Nah, not really.
Tristan, what made you, you know, if someone would have told you, you know, when you committed to UConn, what the last 2 years would have been like, you know, what would your reaction have been? You know, all the winning, obviously all the accolades for you. Just kind of what would you have said if someone would have kind of, if you had a crystal ball and someone would have told you what would have happened?
I'm not too sure, honestly. You know, on my first call, being from Texas, you know, they're like, we gotta get back to Texas for the Final Four. That's what Coach Kamali said to me on my first call. So I feel like, you know, when I committed there, we knew we were gonna do good things. You know, get to the Final Four, win a lot of games and stuff like that. So I feel like it was planned, and Coach Ray had the you know, the right roster and the you know, the plan and the scheme to get to the Final Four. And I know coming back for a second year, we could do the same thing. So I don't know what I'll really say or react to.
Besides Terrence Shannon, what kind of stands out to you on the scout for Illinois on film?
Can you say that again, the first part?
Besides Terrence Shannon, what stands out to you about Illinois on film? What are some keys for you guys?
I mean, I don't think anybody in their starting lineup is under 6'6". They have a tall team. They crash the glass a lot, and kind of weird though, because the point guard and the 3 guard, they don't really shoot threes, but the 4 and the 5 men shoot threes, so it's kind of weird. But you know, the point guard, he posts up. You gotta stop him from getting in the post, and they share the ball well. So that's it.
Tristan, what do you remember about this point a year ago when you guys were on the doorstep to the Final Four, going into the Gonzaga game? What do you remember about the level of maybe butterflies or nerves or whatever you might have been feeling then? Does it feel the same way now?
Yeah, I mean, we feel the same. I mean, last year, I don't really typically get nervous for basketball games. So for me personally, that was the same. Just excited to get out there. I feel like the team was relaxed. We're relaxed in the locker room now. We know what we need to do to win the game, and we feel like we can go out there and execute and, you know, get the win. So I don't think there's any nerves or butterflies, just maybe excitement and anxiousness to get out there and play.